Hi, thank you for clicking on. Here's today's thought for the day. Have you ever visited a home and the owner keeps a pig in the living room and the pig is sprawled out in front of the coal fire? Well, I can tell it was quite a surprise, and I wonder what your thoughts will be about the owner of the house. Well, today's thought for the day is a loving one, but it's not always easy to put into practice. It is this: don't give up on someone despite their outward appearance or behaviour. There's a brilliant example in 1 Samuel 16 of the difference between the way God looks at people and the way that humans look at people. Samuel has got to go and choose a king for Israel. He goes to this family and there are 8 sons there. So Samuel picks a son who looks the part, but God says this to him: do not judge by outward appearance or height, for I have rejected him. The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Now, Jesus is a shining example of putting this into practice. You probably know he met lots of different people and he loved them all, from all walks of life: corrupt tax collectors, prostitutes, soldiers, fishermen, people with disabilities, people with psychotic. And because he mixed with them, he was very heavily criticised by the crowd and by the religious leaders of the day, because they saw some of these people as bad people. But Jesus said, I've not come to judge, but I've come to save people. Now he looked at their hearts and he was able to change them. So for example, there was a corrupt tax collector that Jesus went back to his house and had a meal. So Jesus had seen the poor being served, because in the middle of the meal the tax collector said, I'm going to give half my wealth to the poor. And then Jesus also saw people who'd been ripped off getting compensation, because halfway through the meal again the tax collector turned around and said to Jesus, if I have ripped anybody off, I'm going to give them back 4 times as much as I've cheated on them. So God promises that he can turn hearts of stone into hearts of flesh. That's a tremendous promise, and I've seen that happen. I believe that is true. So in practice, I've found that it certainly helps if you can involve others when you're trying to support somebody. A team effort is much easier to bear the load, particularly if you can find someone who has gone through similar experiences to the person you're supporting is gone or is going through. Lastly, the need can be overwhelming. There can be so much, it can just be overfacing. Which reminds me of a little parable about the starfish. I don't know if you've heard it, where an old gentleman's walking on a beach and thousands of starfish have been washed up on the shore. And he sees this little boy throwing the starfish back into the sea. So the guy says, what are you doing, son? And he said, oh, I'm trying to save these starfish because they're going to die when the sun comes up, because they can't live out of water. So he said, well, you're not going to make much of a difference, are you? And with that, the little boy picked up another one and threw it as far as he could back into the sea. He said, well, I made a difference to that one. And obviously the point of the story is that if the need is overwhelming, we can help one person at once, and that would bless them. So to summarise, try not to write people off as a lost cause. Don't give up on people. Don't judge people by their worth, by their outward appearance and behaviour. Find the gold in them and try to share the support round. Okay, God bless. Bye.